Hello, my name is Nidira Salim. I am the author of the book, The Gift of Brokenness. And, I was kind of promoting my book for the last couple weeks. And we switching gears a bit. I am doing car chronicles, so y'all have to excuse me. I'll be driving while I'm doing this video. But today, I have my son in the car with me. Say hi. Today I wanted to talk about obeying God when it doesn't make sense, even when it's confusing, when we don't know what's going on. So I was thinking about a story in the Bible. It's in 1 Kings chapter 13, I believe. And pretty much it was a prophet in that story in the Bible. God has told him to go and rebuke the king for something, that they were doing. And I believe it might have been idolatry, but I could be wrong. And when he went, he told him, go do what I told you, tell him what I tell you to tell him, and then leave, go straight, don't stop anywhere, go straight to where you're supposed to be going. And that's it. Don't make any stops is what the Lord told him. And so the man went, he rebuked the king like the Lord told him to do. And when he rebuked him, the king got mad, of course. He was already rebellion. Somebody don't want to hear when you correcting them a lot of times. So the king went to point his finger at this man, and when he went to point his finger, his hand shriveled up. And the king was like, okay, I'm sorry, I see you a real man of God, X, Y, Z. He said, now don't leave here before you pray and ask your God to pretty much like restore my hand. And so he did exactly what the king asked him, and he prayed, asked God to restore his hand. His hand was restored. And then, so while he was there was the sons of another prophet, and these sons of this prophet ran ahead of the prophet that went there to rebuke the king. And so he was walking along, and when these sons got to their dad, they went home and ran and told their dad, this prophet went to tell this king X, Y, and Z. He went there to rebuke him, and this is what happened. They was telling him what happened. And then when their dad heard it, their dad, who was also a prophet, he went and ran out to meet this other prophet that had just rebuked the king. And when he went out there, he went and told this prophet, he said, I heard about all the things you've done, and I wanted to have you at my house today. I know you've come from afar. He's like, I want to come and, I want you to come to my house and eat and drink. And so this prophet that had rebuked the king, I don't even think the Bible had a name for him, so I'm going to be calling him that. This prophet that had rebuked the king, he said, no, he's like, I cannot come to your house today. The Lord told me to go straight, to do what I did, and to not make any stops. And then this prophet his sons had came and told him, he said, oh, well, I'm also a prophet, and the angel of the Lord just told me to tell you to come to my house and eat with me, and then you can leave after that. And so instead of listening to what the Lord had already clearly told him, he went ahead and believed this other lying prophet, and he went to his house, he ate, he stopped like the Lord told him not to stop. And when he had eaten, this prophet, the lion prophet, he was like, oh man, he was like feeling bad. He was like, he's like, surely the Lord did not tell you to come to my house. He lied, and then he gonna prophesy to him and tell him, he said, well, you going pretty much like you're gonna meet a lion and you're gonna die today, pretty much. And so the other prophet went out and left, and just like he predicted and said, there was a lion. He went on his way where he was supposed to be going in the first place, and on his way he met this lion, and it was to his demise. Of course, this lion tore him to pieces, and the man died that day. So like I said, what I want to talk about is obeying God when it does not make sense. Why would God tell this man to not stop? God knew where he was going to be, and he knew where this lion was going to be. The course of the day was already in tow. God knows the beginning from the end. He knows exactly what we need to hear, what's going to happen, what we're going to do, where we're going to be at what time. And if you can hear from the Lord and God warns you in such a sharp way, we're not always going to get an explanation for what God tells us to do. We're not going to always get an explanation for the why. Why can't I go? This, that, and another. I'm thinking about back to a couple months ago. I had a dream. I had a dream, and it was a sharp warning. It was a warning dream. I was supposed to go somewhere that day, and it was a particular individual that was gonna in the dream. They were there, but in reality, this person was not supposed to be there. But this person was there, and this person is not the kindest person, and they have a volatile type of temper. I know this person, and so when I went, I ended up, I wanted to go because I'm like, man, I just want to be around, people. I want to chill today. And so I went. I just prayed a quick prayer before I went, and then I went. And so I get there, this person was not there. Okay. So this person is not there. I'm just chilling, relaxing. And then I was there for a couple hours, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, this person's on their way. I'm like, what? And so I'm like, okay. And so I'm waiting. I'm still chilling and stuff. I said, okay, well, maybe when they get here, I'll leave. So I stayed there for a little bit, and then this person, all of a sudden, they popped in. And then I'm like, okay, I think I probably better leave. And then it was something in the dream that had happened that it was just such a stark warning to me about, this warning. It was like this person had said something, and it triggered like, it's time for me to go. Like, that's my cue right now. And so, like I said, sometimes we don't want to obey God, and I believe God knew that. I wanted to go hang out. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go chill. That was his whole reason for warning me. And I didn't want to. And like I said, it was a dangerous situation. It was a potentially dangerous situation that I needed to avoid. And when I was there, like I said, I'm watching my dream play out. And then I was like, when it got to a certain point, I knew it was going to start taking a turn. I said, time to get out of this situation right now. And I went ahead and left. But I said that to say, sometimes we are going to be warned, especially as Christians. God would tell us, hey, don't do this. Hey, don't do that. And don't expect to know why all the time. I'm not perfect. I just shared something with you where I could have avoided. I did, thank God, because of that warning only. But I could have just not gone all together and just taken heed to the dream. God is not going to give us the play-by-play sometimes. Sometimes he'll say, move to A, and then move to B, maybe like some weeks later, or you know what I mean? So he's going to give us exactly what we need when we need it. And he's not going to explain everything in detail how we want him to sometimes. So I just said that to say, hey, if you see some red flags about something, if you feel like God is showing you something, take heed. Sometimes it is the difference between life and death. And that particular situation, what God showed me is this person tried to do something to me, and I ended up not getting hurt, but it ended in a bad way. So he was trying to get me to avoid a potentially life-threatening situation, and also, yes, just to save yourself some trauma, save yourself some drama too, we're not going to get the play-by-play all the time. Obey God anyway, whether you understand or not. It's the best thing to do. All right, I hope that helps somebody today. God bless you, and we will talk soon. Peace out. Hallelujah. Bye.